Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe, all those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And in this video we are taking a look at the Joy Toy official licensed product, Warhammer product, the Warhammer 40,000 Ultramarines Aggressors 3-pack. And I have to say a huge thank you to Joy Toy for sending these guys over for me to take a look at. It's very much appreciated. And if you check my channel you can see the playlist labelled Joy Toy to see all of the figures from that line that they've sent me to have a look at. Now this is a 3-pack, and like I've said in the other two videos, I've separated them into 3 5-minute videos so that you can so I can do a 5-minute figure review on each one of the figures. But I think it's a really clever move putting these 3 in as a 3-pack because they do look awesome together. There's 2 aggressors and there's 1 like sergeant character as well, and in this video we're going to take a look at the sergeant character. So without further ado, let's jump into it. But do check out those playlists and have a look at the other 2 figures in this 3-pack. Each one of them is very unique, very individual, and has a load of individual sculpting and paintwork, etc., going on. Now you'll probably be more familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 brand because it's part of the Games Workshop franchise. Now Games Workshop is obviously a tabletop game where you can play Warhammer 40,000, but you play it with small miniature figures, so they're about 2 or 3 centimeters tall, and 9 out of 10 times you'll buy them to paint them and then play the game as well. So these are a little bit different to what you may be familiar with when it comes to Games Workshop. These instead are 1/18th scale articulated figures, and they are really cool. I'm not going to lie. They stand around 14.5 centimeters high, so they're 1/18th scale, and they are so detailed. The sculpt work that's gone in on them into them is phenomenal. There's both the sculpting and the paintwork that's gone into them is absolutely phenomenal. So this is the kind of leader of the gang. This is the sergeant character, and you can tell he's a sergeant because he's got like the red helmet, and he's also got some kind of gold sort of wings and skulls and stuff on different parts of his uniform. There's a trading card with each one of them that tells you a little bit about the figure, but it is in another language so I can't read it, and there is a name for each one of these figures as well, but again I'm not going to try to pronounce them because I'll probably get it wrong because I'm not overly familiar with the Ultramarines and the Warhammer 40,000 sort of brand, but as an action figure collector I am really pleased to have these in my collection. Here is the unmasked head, and each one of the unmasked heads are different. Here is the stand that comes with it. This is probably the most basic stand out of the 3, and then let's get this figure out. There's no other accessories, there's no extra weapons or extra hands or anything. It is pretty much what you see is what you get. But it is very cool. Each one of the aggressors have these kind of arm cannons on the hands with these kind of ammunition belts that go round into a great big backpack on the back. And as I said, there is a whole ton of articulation in each one of these. They've got double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, there's kind of waist swivel, there's like a chest swivel, there's ankle rockers, all the rest of it. So there is so much articulation, even down to the extent where there's parts of the backpack that are articulated that I didn't even realise that you can move things around, so they're pointing in different directions. And the detail is just brilliant. I mean, like looking at the backpack, you can see all the cogs and the bullets and everything, and the wires that go into it. They're just really nice figures, and I'm really excited to get these out sort of in the wild and get them in front of a camera and do some kind of shots like with natural surroundings and maybe some practical effects as well, sort of blow some stuff up behind them or something like that. But obviously the Warhammer 40,000 universe is based in the not too distant future, and these they're all at war, so Ultramarines are obviously one of the armies that you can get. But as far as action figures go, they are really nice. So 1/18th scale isn't something that I ordinarily collect, so they do come up a little bit shorter than a lot of my other figures, but to have kind of a whole set of them, I think that's one of the things that I really like about this 3-pack, is that even though they are a little bit smaller than some of the other figures I collect, because I've got 3 of them, they work together, they look good on the shelf, and because the amount of articulation in them, you can get them into like a really nice kind of like squad pose as well. Now I have got to say a huge thank you to Joy Toy for sending these over. Do check out the link in the description of this video and you can go and get yourself some for yourself. But the things that stand out about this particular one is I really do love the red helmet with the green eyes. It looks very different to the others that have the blue helmet with the red eyes, and the details seem to pop a little bit more in this. He's got like a little golden skull in the center of his helmet as well. He's got like that necklace thing around his neck as well. He's got 2 skulls in his belt, and he's got all the gold kind of skulls and feathers and stuff on the shoulders and on his knees, on his hand. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the level of detail on each one of these is phenomenal, and I think to take a good picture of them, that in focus and stuff, there's going to be so much to look at, and I think that's what really is the selling point for these figures for me. But they are really, really good. They are really, really cool. So there we go. So there is the Joy Toy 1/18 scale Warhammer 40,000 Ultramarine Aggressors 3-pack that's available from Joy Toy right now. Yeah, really, really cool. Do check out my channel, have a look at the playlist labelled Joy Toy. You can see all of the figures that I've got from them. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is obviously very much appreciated. And until next time, I'll see you soon.